In terms of teams that could be in a position to draft you, the New York Knicks are there. What do you think about their roster and potentially going to New York and playing?
I think New York Knicks have a nice roster. Obviously, Phil Jackson there, the Zen Master as they call him, does a great job of making a team happen. He has a track record of coaching good teams. Most teams that you're around, he wins championships around. So, according to that, I would like to play for an organization like that that has, that type of leadership around it. The roster's awesome. With All-Star Carmelo Anthony and guys like that around him, I would like to learn from somebody like that that knows what it is to be great in the league and knows what it is to get to that level where you're doing good individually and as a team. They've been there before, they've done that. So if I could be in that situation, I think it would be great.
How about your fit in terms of your skill set and how you would work within that system?
Well, one thing, I think I'm very versatile in what I can do. I can play. I think I can play up to 4 positions, 3 really, really well, from the 2, 3, and the 4. So I can kind of mesh in a lot of areas in the team. So any team I go to, I can kind of, wherever holes I need to be filled, I feel like I can fill that hole, whether it be defense, offense, 2, 3, 4, moving positions during the game like that. So I think for me, I can do a bunch of things, and I think that's one of the traits that one of my strongest traits is one of those. So I don't think I have a problem meshing with any team.
Part of your game you need to work on?
I would say decision making. When I say decision making, I'm not talking about turnovers. I'm talking about whether it should a layup or a pass, or a jump shot or a floater, or a 3 or drive the ball. Maybe not trying to thread the needle all the time, stuff like that. So
why should an NBA team draft you?
Because I'm the best player in the draft.
Myles, the Knicks could be in a position to draft you. What do you think about their roster and a fit for playing in New York?
I definitely know they're rebuilding. Phil Jackson has a lot of Mr. Jackson, not Phil Jackson, has a lot of talent on that team, and just trying to get it all back together.
How about your fit and what you can bring to the table? Do you see yourself playing there and how you can make an impact?
I can. I can see myself playing really anywhere. The NBA is, like I said, it's been a dream of mine forever.
How about in New York?
Well, my dad's from New York, so fair enough. I can.
What are you trying to accomplish in this process, leading up to the draft and to show teams what you're like, not only on the court but off the court?
That I'm a student of the game more than anything. Basketball is what I live to do, what I breathe. It's what I love. So I want to show that I'm more than just a basketball player. I'm a student of the game.
Frank, I think it's clear what your strengths are. Parts of the game where you think your weaknesses are. Where do you think you need to improve?
I think I need to improve in the defensive end. It's a whole different level at the next level. You can get away with some deficiencies in college, but in the NBA you'll be exposed. So I know I need to get work on my body and get better.
NBA comparison?
A few different people. I like to take things from people's games. I like to take stuff from Dirk, Tim Duncan. I like watching Nikola Mirotic and what he does and how he's effective as a rookie. So just watching everyone. I have expectations. I want to go anywhere from 5 to 12, but we'll see once the lottery balls fall what the teams are and who's picking where. We'll have a better sense after that.
Frank, a team like the Knicks, if they were in position to draft you, how do you see that fit when you're working with that team?
I know they run the triangle offense. I think I could do well in that kind of system, but at the end of the day, organizations have to make the decision. It's not necessarily up to me, so we'll see what happens.
What about a place like that in New York? Do you look at locations that we possibly be living in?
Yeah, New York's a great place. It's a very storied city, a lot of history, a lot of fun things to do, so I wouldn't mind it at all.
What about working with Carmelo, a stretch big like you? Would that be a good tandem?
Yeah, I think so. Carmelo's obviously one of the superstars in the NBA. He's a great basketball player and one of the best of my generation growing up watching him. So to play alongside of him would be a cool thing.
Did you make a conscious effort to become a stretch big, or is that seeing how the game has evolved?
Not necessarily. That's how I always played. I was a guard before I was tall, so kind of just kept those skills with me, and it turns out that was the right decision. Why should an NBA team draft me? That's a really good question.
Like this question.
Yeah. Because I bring a lot of different things to the table. On the offensive end, I bring a versatile skill set. I can fit in with systems. I can fit in with people. I feel like I have a good personality and I'm committed to winning. If I've shown anything in my last 2 years in college, it's that I want to win, and I have a winning attitude, and I can bring that to the table.
Are you anticipating meeting with Phil Jackson?
I already did.
How was that?
It was cool. Being in a room with one of the greats in NBA history as a coach from a coaching standpoint is awesome. Just hearing his thoughts on me and having a conversation with him was pretty cool.
Did you feel like he's the kind of guy who appreciates your game?
Yeah. Tell it to me straight. He's been through it with a lot of different players and a lot of different people, so he's going to be honest and he's going to tell me what I need to work on and what his concern is and what I do well.
Pretty much focusing on my defense, creating my offense. So that's something that I've been pretty big on, and that's something I can bring.
And what's one thing you need to work on and improve on the court?
One thing I need to work on and improve on the court would be, pretty much my all-around game. I'm not perfect. I don't have anything that I'm great at, and I like to keep it that way because I like to get better and have room to grow.
Kelly, who are some of the players that you model your game after?
I look at James Harden a lot. I like his game. I love his game. Actually, I watch a lot of the things that he does on the offensive end. And guys like Kawhi Leonard and Jimmy Butler, I look at them as being two-way players because that's the new wave of guards, and I want to be something like that.
You have a 50-point game?
Yeah, I have that in me. I've had that in me since I was young. So it's gonna come back out.
Kelly, have you interviewed with the Knicks?
I have today.
What do you think? How'd that go?
It was great. Coach Phil, he's definitely a legend, and it was an honor to sit in front of that group of people.
What do you think about that fit and how you would look at a Knicks jersey?
I could help any team out. That definitely is a place where I can come in and help out immediately, and continue to grow as the program continues to rebuild.
Usually lottery picks don't get paired with guys like Carmelo Anthony, but if you had a chance to play with him, what do you think about that?
I can learn so much from Carmelo. He's a guy that's been through it all. He's been in my shoes before, and it's a guy that he knows how to win. He knows how to score the ball, and you pick his brain about a few things and learn and have a great career under Carmelo.
What'd you like that you